So, what really makes a relationship last, for the long haul? It's not some kind of magic, it's not luck, it's architecture. And today we're going to look at the actual blueprint for building that lasting love, right from the ground up.
Let's just let that sink in for a second. This idea is so powerful. It tells us that the real reason things fall apart isn't a lack of love. It's a breakdown in connection, a failure to really see and hear the other person. And you know what? That's a problem we can actually work on.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? We have to stop searching for some mythical, perfect relationship and start building a great one. And just like any solid building, it needs a plan, it needs a blueprint, so let's get into it.
Okay, first things first, we have got to tear down this huge myth that so many of us believe in, the idea of the perfect relationship. Honestly, this is where so many of us get tripped up, chasing this impossible ideal that just doesn't exist in the real world.
A healthy relationship is not some conflict-free utopia. Come on, you're two different people. You are absolutely going to disagree. You're going to get on each other's nerves. You're going to have bad days. The real goal isn't to avoid fighting, but to figure out how to handle it without, wrecking the whole foundation of your connection. So here's the real test. Ask yourself these two questions and be honest. Do you feel safe enough to say what you really think and feel? And when you're in the middle of a fight, does that core respect still exist? The answers to those questions, well, that tells you everything about the true health of your relationship.
All right, let's lay our first foundational pillar, honest communication. This is all about building your relationship with solid bricks of truth instead of, the flimsy, shaky material of assumptions. Oh man, this is a trap we all fall into. We think, well, if they really loved me, they'd just know what I need. But that's just not fair, is it? Your partner is not a mind reader, and expecting them to be one is just setting you both up for a whole lot of frustration and resentment down the line.
Now, check this out, because this little shift in language can change absolutely everything. On the left, you've got a full-on character attack. You never care. That's just going to make your partner put their walls up. But on the right, you're just talking about how you feel. I feel ignored. That's not an accusation, it's an invitation to connect and solve the problem together.
So much conflict comes from the stories we tell ourselves about what our partner is thinking or why they did something. The fix is actually pretty simple. Stop directing the movie in your head and start a real-life conversation. Talk to them.
Okay, on to our second pillar, and this one is the essential framework that holds everything up: respect and boundaries. This is what gives your entire relationship its shape and its strength. This is such an important distinction. See, love is a feeling, but respect is a choice. It is a daily commitment to treat your partner like an equal human being whose thoughts and feelings matter just as much as your own. Because without that respect, love can get twisted into something possessive and really unhealthy. And respect isn't just some abstract idea. It's about what you actually do. I mean, think about it. Do you really listen, or are you just waiting for your turn to talk? Do you ever make fun of their feelings, even as a joke? And this is a big one. When you argue, do you fight fair, or do you bring up old mistakes just to score points? We have such a wrong idea about boundaries. We think they're like these big walls we build to keep people out. But that's not it at all. Think of them more like a fence around a beautiful garden. The fence isn't there to push people away. It's there to protect all the good stuff growing inside. It's about knowing where you end and they begin. And that space is vital. I want you to read this one twice. This is such a powerful truth. A genuinely healthy partner will respect your boundaries, period. Maybe they won't love it, but they'll respect it. An angry reaction? That's a huge red flag. It's basically telling you that their comfort depended on you not having any limits.
Which brings us to our final crucial pillar, growth and teamwork. A relationship isn't a finished statue you just put on a shelf. No, it's a living, breathing thing that has to grow and evolve. And that can only happen when you work together.
Your relationship should be a launch pad, not a cage. It should make you want to become more of who you are, not less. If you feel like you have to constantly shrink yourself, your dreams, your personality, your passions, just to make it work, something is very, very wrong. And this right here, this is probably the biggest mindset shift you can possibly make. When a problem comes up, what's the first instinct? Is it to turn on each other, to see it as me versus you? Or is it to turn and face the problem together, side by side? Healthy couples know they're on the same team. Real strength in a relationship isn't about always being right or never backing down. It's found in being vulnerable and taking responsibility, and in a shared desire to make things right. These three simple phrases, they can diffuse almost any argument and start rebuilding that connection. So, when you actually put all these pieces together, that honest communication, the respect and boundaries, the teamwork, this is what you get. This is what it feels like to come home to a relationship that's built to last. It feels safe, not stressful. It feels calm, not chaotic. It's a supportive place, not a suffocating one. It's your sanctuary.
Look, building a better relationship doesn't happen overnight. It happens one small choice at a time, one conversation, one apology, one brick. So the real question isn't whether you can build it. The question is, what's the first brick you're going to lay, starting today?